it's so ironic because when we want things to change so badly, we get into this mode of desperation where we try to work super hard, we try to force things, and we think that that is the hard work that needs to be done in order to get to where we want to be. But ultimately, that's just digging yourself deeper into the hole of desperation. And you just ultimately leave yourself sitting in that space of desperation by trying to get yourself your desires, right? So the irony of the whole thing is that to actually attain your desires, what you truly have to do is stop trying so hard to get your desires. What you truly have to do is actually detach a little bit and know that that thing is coming to you. If you refuse to do that, then you're essentially refusing to allow your desires to come to you, because what brings our desires to us is when we are in a state of calm and knowing that we already have everything we need within us, knowing that everything we want and desire is coming to us. When you're in that calm state is when you can be your truest self, which is when you attract the most authentic and aligned things to you. That's why it's so necessary to let go and to be content in the now. And it's all a big paradox, right? That being content and grateful in the now for what you have is what ultimately attracts your, big dreams and visions that you have in your mind's eye. And by the way, you have those dreams and desires in your mind's eye for a reason. Like the ones that I have in my mind are not the same as yours, are not the same as the next person's. And the reason that it's different for everybody is because it is specific to you. Like if you have felt called to be a singer ever since you were a little girl, or if you have felt called to build things for people, or if you felt called to, I don't know, whatever it is for you, to be a gardener and to grow fruits and vegetables and nourish people, whatever it is for you, like there's a reason that that has stuck with you and remains in your mind's eye. It's because it's yours, right? Like where did it come from otherwise? And the thing is too, like it's, if you really sit with it, you can differentiate like, okay, what was projected onto me versus what do I actually want and what has always been there. Like a personal example, my parents encouraged me a lot with my art when I was little. And so I got to a point where I thought I wanted to be an artist, and I was convincing myself really, really, really hard on this. Like I did art shows and like I still do art commissions here and there, but I was so convinced that that is what I wanted to do. But then when I actually sit with myself and go deeper with what has always been there, I have always had a vision of just, a more positive, uplifting, loving, compassionate world. And if you're watching this video, you probably have a similar vision. And that is something that has always been there innately. Nobody told me to want that. Nobody placed that onto me. And ever since I knew YouTube was a thing, I felt called to share my thoughts, feelings, and opinions. And also, nobody told me to do that. That's how you know that it's your desire. Like, that nobody pushed it onto you. Nobody suggested it to you. Like, it just was there within you, right? Where did it come from then? It came from you. It came from your most inner knowing. So whatever that is for you, maybe you've always just known for some reason that you want to be a mother, that you need to be a mother, then that's your thing. Or that you just need to express through your throat chakra and you need to be a singer and heal people with that. Or maybe you want to be a healer, get your, certification in Reiki. I don't know, whatever it is for you. Oh my gosh, the cat is on the counter. Hi, Cece. I'm cat sitting right now. I'm just gonna keep an eye on her. Don't go in the sink, girl. Do not go in the sink, please. Forget what I was saying now. But yeah, basically trusting and knowing that that desire is yours, that that was encoded in you, that you encoded your human with those desires because it was something that you came here to fulfill. And I know all of this stuff sounds so woo-woo, and it still sounds woo-woo to me as I say it out loud, but I have had so many moments where I just feel it so deeply to be true that I don't care how crazy it sounds anymore. And I hope that in making these videos, I can help whoever is watching to get to a similar place where you're no longer just shoving aside and pushing aside these things that feel true, like knowing that your soul came here to this planet at this time for a reason, to help in the collective awakening of the collective consciousness and to help us shift into the new earth where we are led by compassion and love and, you know, wanting the best for one another. I really believe that there is a world that exists in another timeline. Should we just choose to shift to it, it exists and we can totally get there. And again, it might sound idealistic and unrealistic, but that exists in my mind's eye and in your mind's eye for a reason. It's because we are able to collectively work together to get there. Hi, baby. Yeah, so whatever that desire is for you, just trust and know that it is there for a reason. And I totally understand a resistance to that. Like, I still feel some resistance to it sometimes, of what my heart's truest callings are. I still sometimes resist it because it feels silly to follow it, or it feels naive to follow it. But just experiment with, what if I allowed myself to believe that this is truly my calling encoded in me for a reason? And just let yourself sit with that. And the more you sit with it, the more true it feels. And at a certain point, it's like when something resonates so deeply, you cannot ignore it. And so just spend some time reflecting on it, whatever the thing is for you, whatever your calling is, whatever, and it doesn't even have to be a big picture thing, like whatever you want to do in this moment intuitively, sitting with that feeling of, this intuitively feels right for me. The more you sit with it, the more you realize it's based in a truth that is just unshakable. And so it feels silly at first to follow, like, you know, for me to follow this calling of, I want to babble online on YouTube and share positive messages in hopes that it uplifts others and helps others wake up to their own potential. I still have resistance to it sometimes, but when I actually truly sit with it, nothing feels more true or aligned to me than this. And so I show up and I do it. So whatever that thing is for you, to just accept that it might feel uncomfortable in the first while of accepting what your heart's desires are. But then the more that you accept and embrace and love and nourish those parts of yourself, the more true it feels, the more deeply true it feels, to the point where you're not going to be able to shake it, to the point where you're going to have no option but to follow that calling. And that is ultimately the most beautiful parts of all of us, is when we allow ourselves to follow that innate desire that we all have. That is us embodying our highest selves and allowing ourselves to expand to that highest version of ourselves. And I want nothing more than for everybody watching this video to even just consider, what if you allowed yourself to expand to that most wild dream version of you? Again, it's there for a reason. To trust that it's there for a reason, and to trust that the way that you are as a person, your skills and your personality and even your weaknesses, that they all work perfectly in order to have you be the perfect human to fulfill what your specific mission and desires are. To just trust that it's not frivolous and naive for you to have those desires, to trust that it's there for a deeper reason. I hope that what I'm saying makes sense. But yeah, going back to the original message, like, once you can tune in with that, like, okay, this is my desire, I am going after it. It's such a strange paradox, because it's like, you don't have to go after anything or do anything that feels forceful. Once you come to terms and fully embrace and love and accept and embody what your truest desires are, you no longer have to chase anything or force anything, because you just are allowing yourself to be in your energy, which will naturally magnetize people and opportunities towards you. So that's what I mean by when you want nothing, that's when everything appears to you, because the way you get to a state of feeling like you don't need anything other than what you already have in your life is by just truly letting yourself be yourself. Sounds so cheesy, but like letting yourself be true and centered in your energy and in your desires. That is the most peaceful and grounded state to be in. And when you're able to be in that state of total and utter acceptance of yourself and of your intuitions and nudges on a daily basis, that is how you then are able to follow, the signs and symbols and synchronicities that Source provides for you, and the people that Source provides for you, and the opportunities that Source provides for you. It's when you're in that state of utter acceptance and utter knowing that everything is presented to you for a reason, that you then are able to naturally, without force and effort, to just follow through with those people and those opportunities, and to just trust and know that they're all there for a reason, to teach you something, or to teach you a lesson, or to, be the desire itself presenting itself to you, to just be in that state of knowing that you already have everything that you desire, everything that you need within you, allowing yourself to fully embody and just be who you are. That's how those things then magnetize themselves to you. It's not that you should feel like you have to force yourself to not want your desires, to not want money, or to not want a nice house, to not want a family. Of course you want those things, and of course it's good and normal to want those things. So it's not about not having those desires anymore, but it's about, instead of desperately clinging to them and hoping for them, it's knowing that you just get to have them, knowing that you already have them. When you can have full acceptance and gratitude for the now, things feel so much more abundant immediately, and a way that it becomes a lot easier to have total gratitude and acceptance for the now, even when your physical reality isn't your manifestations yet, is just knowing so deeply that it's on its way, that it's around the corner, and just trusting and knowing and believing in the journey and the beauty of the journey. It makes it so exciting to still wake up and sit in every day along the journey to your dream life that you know is coming for you, because there's no doubt or questioning in your mind. There's no desperation. There's no, oh my God, I need this now. There's only a gratitude of, I know this present moment isn't yet my physical manifestations, but this present moment is absolutely a necessary part of the journey. And the fact that I'm in the journey right now is so exciting, and I'm so grateful for it. And being open and receptive in that way is, again, how you magnetize your desires even faster into 3D reality, because you're sitting in that energy of, I'm so grateful for these lessons. I'm so grateful for the present moment. I'm so grateful that it's on its way to me. And when you're in that energy, it's so much easier to then just allow yourself to be, to allow yourself to express, to allow yourself to listen to intuitive nudges, to allow yourself to listen to signs and synchronicities that are sent to you from spirit, to allow yourself to just go with the flow and co-create with Source. Still want the money, want the house, want the partner. Totally. I want those things. I want to live in a nice ass house. I want a husband and a family, and I want a lot. I want a lot of material things, but I don't feel a desperate need to cling to them, because I know that me sitting here right now is part of the journey, and that makes me so excited that I'm on the journey to those things. And it's being in the gratitude presently, which is in itself so fulfilling, to feel grateful for everything you already have right now. Being in this energy is what then gives me, or gives one, the fuel to work on that creative project, to go on that date, to go meet those people, which ultimately are the things that get you to your physical manifestations, right? Ultimately, it's about being in an intentional, present, grateful attitude in every present moment and allowing yourself to fully embody and be authentically yourself in every present moment. It's being in that energy and the not needing anything in any present moment, knowing that you have everything. That is the most magnetic energy possible. That is what allows you to the most easily go with the flow and co-create with source. And that's why it's important to embrace and love the journey. It's not a surrendering to the present is always going to be how it is now. It's a deep gratitude for the journey. I don't know how else to explain it other than that, because I know, like, focusing on what you have now when you don't already have your physical manifestations, I know that that can feel like you're giving up, but truly you're actually just sitting more in the energy that you would ultimately be feeling when you do have your physical manifestations, which again is a wonderful way to magnetize things towards you, is to sit in the energy that you know you would feel when you do have everything. So if you're able to sit in that energy now of being so grateful for everything you already have in the now, that just increases your vibration so much higher to, again, then attract your ultimate dream reality so much quicker. This all sounds woo-woo, but it also just literally makes sense. Like, this world is energy. We are all so much more than this physical form. Energy is the most innate and true thing about this world, and the laws of the way this universe works, it does not change. It's just that a lot of us have become closed-minded to the knowing that we are all just energy. But when you're able to accept it and understand it, it's like, oh, we literally are just energy, all vibrating at different levels and vibrate high. You're gonna meet other people who vibrate high, vibrate low. You're gonna be stuck in those situations. It depends on what you choose to decide. And ultimately, it is, like Neville Goddard says, that feeling is the key. It's ultimately what I'm talking about in this whole video, to put it really simply, is just feeling so grateful and expansive and knowing that you have everything within you that you need already. Sitting in that feeling just attracts more of that feeling. That's what it is. And then one day you wake up and you realize, like, my God, look at how much things have changed in my physical reality too, right? But it starts with feeling. In the same way, your external world can influence you, and that's the way a lot of our lives go. A lot of us let the external world dictate how we feel about ourselves for most of our life, and some of us never stop living that way, but it's true the opposite way, where we can allow our internal world to dictate the external world. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. If you feel great about yourself and you feel so confident in knowing that everything is working out for you, the world is a mirror. You'll ultimately find yourself in rooms that, reflect that to you. You'll find yourself with people that reflect that to you. In the same way that if you don't believe you're deserving, you'll find yourself in situations that reflect that to you, and your thoughts. More than that, like your thoughts and your inner critics will reaffirm to you, yeah, you're not deserving. In the same way, if you work on those inner voices, they will constantly affirm to you, this thing happened for you. This thing is teaching you something, even if it's something negative. Like, when you're able to shift your mindset, you're able to see how everything is placed in your path for you, either to gift you something or to teach you something. And it's just about allowing that to come through, allowing those supportive voices to be the main voices that you listen to. And allowing those voices to dictate your life is life altering, because when you believe and know that everything's working out for you, you actually listen to the things that happen in your life. You actually reflect and observe, and that's how you grow more quickly. That's how you expand more quickly, is when you listen to, okay, this challenge was presented to me for a reason. This person was presented to me for a reason, to teach me X, Y, and Z. And then the next time you're in a situation like that, you're able to act differently. And just like that, that's manifestation in itself. You have acted differently. You have attracted maybe a less toxic relationship than the one that you were in, because you were able to reflect on, what did that relationship teach me? That goes for everything, every single little thing in every single day. It's all about how you choose to perceive that thing. Do you perceive it as a lesson, as an opportunity, or do you perceive it as, oh my God, the world is against me? If you perceive it as an opportunity and a learning lesson, then the world is your oyster, because you will only expand and propel from there forward. And those are the signs and synchronicities every day. Like everything from the relationships you're in to, angel numbers on a car. Like if you choose to perceive it in a way where, you realize the relationship is teaching you something, and you realize that the angel number, or you choose to believe that the angel number holds a message of support for you, living in reality in that way, it just uplifts you so much, to the point where it's so much easier and effortless to then go about your days and to be in tune and trusting in the universe, trusting in your intuitive impulses. So at the end of the day, it's also like, it doesn't matter whether or not it's real, like whether the angel number was sent by source or whether it's a coincidence. It doesn't really matter, because it's all in here anyway. Personally, I believe that what's in here is a reflection of what's out there. And I do believe that it is source, and that you are source, and that there's no coincidences. But even if you don't believe that, it doesn't really matter, because all it takes is choosing to believe it, choosing to have faith and trust that everything is working out for you, not against you. That is how you get your desires into your physical reality so much quicker. So it's up to you whether you resist that or not. And listening to your feelings and your emotions and your gut feelings, that is guidance. Okay, so that's the wisest, most accurate voice you can listen to. Emotions are not there for no reason. Feelings are not there for no reason. That's the wisest teacher, is those parts of you. So listen to those parts of you. And I just went on a whole tangent. Totally switched up the topic like 3 times probably, but I hope regardless that this video had a positive impact for anyone watching. And I really have to go because I'm meeting a friend, but I've been really loving just like channeling these messages lately and letting myself be as cuckoo as I want to be online. It feels good. It feels liberating to just allow myself to speak what feels true to me. And so it's like, even if this doesn't attract my desires, in a big way, it's like, it doesn't really matter, again, because it's like, it's the journey of expressing and learning how good it feels to be authentic and true to yourself. And it's like, this is something I've been sitting with too, is like, oh shit, sorry, okay, I really have to go. My friend just called me because we're meeting today, and she just got off the subway and I have to go meet her. But I just want to wrap this video up. Yeah, I hope that this helped someone watching. I hope that this sparked something within you. I hope that this can help you to trust your innermost desires, and to trust and know that if you just allow yourself to go with the flow and do what feels good, and just feel into that gratitude and that freedom of the now present moment, the more you can do that, the more you let yourself be in that energy, the more you will magically find things magnetizing towards you. And I guess that's what I'll leave you with. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being here. If you made it to the end, I would love to heal. I would love to heal you too. I would love to hear your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the topic, on any of the topics. I don't know. I feel like I don't even really remember what I talked about in this video, to be honest, but leave your thoughts, feelings, opinions in the comments below. As always, I love to see what you guys are thinking and feeling about whatever it is I'm blabbering on about. And I would love to see what, oh my God, that plane is so loud. Confirmation. confirmation of the message. Thank you. Yeah, I would just love to see your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the matter. And if you have any little anecdotes and stories to affirm what I talked about in today's video, or any counterpoints, even, like anything, whatever. I just like seeing what you guys are thinking and feeling and what you guys are going through in your own lives. Whatever you feel comfortable to share, I would love to read it. And yeah, apart from that, as always, definitely like this video. It really helps to push more videos like this out into the algorithm. And comment, like I said, subscribe if you have seen any of my videos before, even if this is the first video you've seen and you resonated at all, if you liked the vibe at all. I would love it for you to join me in the next video. I'd love it for you to join the family and hit subscribe. And I do also have a Ko-fi, which is a website where I accept donations. Obviously no pressure, I just like to mention it because it is there. But you just being here for yourself, especially if you watch through this whole video, I always say this, it means you're so committed to yourself, to sit through something that could be a pretty boring thing to listen to, you know? Yeah, sitting through that means you're really committed to yourself. So thank you for showing up for yourself. And with all that being said, I need to go meet my friend. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you for being here. Bye.